Our next speaker is Handiso. He's the chief executive engineer, intelligent manufacturing and industrial robotics, Tianjin Robot Company, and he will be giving us a talk on his research and development that involves the use of artificial intelligence in smart manufacturing. He was postgraduate school vice dean and technical advisor at Federal TVEC, currently in Ethiopia, and he has handled multiple high-tech technology and manufacturing plan and budget preparation assessment, controlling as project director at Federal TVET in Ethiopia. And we would like to have you speak to us this day. Thank you. The stage is yours, Dr. Handiso. You are highly welcome.
Thank you very much. Actually, I'm in China. I'm not in Ethiopia. Let me share that
All right. Sorry for the mix-up.
Is that visible?
Yes.
PowerPoint?
Yes. From here. I can see from here.
Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. That for the last 3 or 4 days, we discussed a lot of things, especially in the manufacturing sector and in manufacturing processing and different kinds of agriculture and health-related issues. Now, we will to see that together, and I will highlight that some of key technologies of intelligent manufacturing system and for African basic and priority industry sectors. Which one is the priority industry sectors in Africa? In all of 54 countries we have that in Africa. In which country, which technologies are priority, in which country, which one? Let we see that all of them. Just I will present for you that in 3 types. That the first one is intelligent manufacturing overview, what it looks like in the worldwide level, the intelligent manufacturing system is. The second one is the key technologies of intelligent manufacturing systems. And the third one is my own recommendation and perception. I will clearly describe and we're going to discuss in detail later. When I have to see that some strategic plans have in different countries have different strategic plans. To take that some of these, the first one is Germany. The Germany is clearly described or stated that their strategic plan for Industry 4.0. Also that China has proposed that Made in China 2025. USA is proposed design, innovation, and digital manufacturing programs. UK also leading technology networks and innovation. Netherlands proposed that high-end technology strategy, but what is the African perception currently? Do we have that, the common strategic plan or not? If we don't have, what can we do? This is question for you. Actually, that we have to see that the intelligent manufacturing systems, the Germany's Industry 4.0 is a representative strategic plan for intelligent manufacturing for all over the world, for all countries. So when you have to see that the Germany's one, they start from the steam engine from 1784, that is Industry 1.0. That their industry revolution is start in 1784 in the steam engine, and currently they are in industrial 4.0 or industrial revolution of intelligent manufacturing based information physics fusion systems. So they have that their own that levels, that industry 1.0 what is look like, that industry 2.0 what is look like, that is that is on period of time, and they have their own that strategy on each terms. And the third one is what we are called electronics and industrial robots and related issues. And when we have to come to China, the China, what we are called that made in China 2025. What it means that 2025. They clearly point that the basic strategy in made in China, especially in 9 areas. The first one is improving innovation ability of national manufacturing industries. The second one is promote the deep integration of information technology and industrialization. The third one is strengthening the industry-based capacity. The fourth one is strengthening quality of the brands and full implementation of green manufacturing. This is critical also for Africa. And energetically and promotes back through the development of key areas, in-depth promotion of manufacturing structure, development of service-oriented manufacturing and product service, improve the level of international development of manufacturing industry. This is the basic strategy in Made in China 2025. And they clearly set also that area of the basic area of the technology. They can clearly stated that 10 basic areas. The first one is new generation of information technology systems. Currently, it is implemented. The second one, high grade or high-end numerical control, that is CNC machines, tools, and robots. The third one is aerospace. The fourth one, marine. The fifth one is railway transit, energy saving and new energy vehicle, power equipments, new design materials, medicine and medical device or equipment, and the other one is the 10th one is agriculture. This is key priority industry sector for them to improve and to align with intelligent manufacturing systems. This is the integrations show that 9 tasks with 10 priority industry sectors. They will clearly improve that one of latex that's high-end CNC machines. They will improve, promote, strengths, and related issues. They will take or they will implement that these 9 tasks on the 10 priority industry sectors. And they have 4 principles. These principles, the first one is market-oriented and government guided. It is guided, everything is guided by here, that in government. And the government is give priority activities and give that attention to produce well-educated human capital based on these 10 priority industry sectors according to the practice and implementation of 9 areas. The second one is based on the present and having long-term perspectives. They are also, they set these kinds of principles. The third one is comprehensively pressing forwards and making breakthrough the cake. This is almost all over the world. It must be covered by made in China technologies, different kinds of technologies. Their perception or principle is this. Or the other one is independent development and win-win cooperation. When they are going to that for cooperation, their perception is 50-50, that win-win cooperation. So, Kirill, what I clearly stated here about made in China, when we have to see that right now, all intelligent manufacturing system is implemented by IoT system or Internet of Things based manufacturing systems. All technologies are dependent on that IoT. The other one is, this is the cloud manufacturing systems, and it is already applicable here in China. How about in Africa? How can we implement that cloud manufacturing systems? The other one is digital twin systems, also implemented here. We have to see here that digital twin system is also applicable. Maybe that the video is running or not, I don't know. Is that running, the video?
Yes,
Not running yet.
It's playing.
Okay.
It's running.
Okay, it's running. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the digital twin systems. Yeah, sorry once. Let me So this is the digital twin systems is also implemented here in China. And the other basic and the major one is they clearly put that the demand of priority industry sectors up to 2025 to produce competent and skilled human capital for these 10 basic and priority industry sectors. They start in 2015, up to 2020, they have their own plan to produce competent human capital for these 10 priority industry sectors. Up to 2025, they clearly set plan and they clearly analyze the demand of skilled human capital for these 10 priority industry sectors. How about Africa? Did we set everything? Or are we ready for to make that better life, or to do that better life for banks, to make that better countries in regards of intelligent manufacturing and the manufacturing system for priority industry sectors? If it is not, what can we do? This is a question for you. The second one is the key technologies of intelligent manufacturing. There are different kinds of key technologies. Currently in the world, the key technologies are basically 9 types. That the first one is intelligent manufacturing system can adopt that this planning technology, reconfigurable CNC systems or CNC technology, machine quality testing technology, printing. This is including the 3D printing, intelligent manufacturing systems, robotics engineering. There is different kinds of robots are available in robot engineering, intelligent logistic technology. Here in this case, that the intelligent logistic technology, including driverless cars, online monitoring and intelligent maintenance technology, manufacturing information management technology, and twin technology. This is the basic areas, and I'm expecting to implement, or everybody must be expect to implement these all technologies in Africa. But how? This is the question. When we are see that each of them, the rapid adaptive and planning technology have that different kinds of, we have to take that different kinds of technologies here. It's all layout, and we have a lot of softwares. Simply we can learn and we can implement in our basic and priority industry sectors. Even we can produce competent, world competent products by using different kinds of machine and producing. Africa, by the way, do not have a problem of materials. There is a lot of materials there, but the processing system is still poor. How can we make that modernize all technologies and to produce competent materials and product in the world from every countries? And this is intelligent manufacturing systems adopt the planning. This is 2VE, means that visual engineering times education. If we don't have the engineering aspect, we cannot learn clearly technology. If there is education, no education, it is impossible to get that engineering. So the two align is essential for our activities in the intelligent manufacturing systems. The other one is this also the steps that how can we reconfigure, or how can we imitate, and how can we implement in our countries the CNC robots integration of these 3 things. Also, this is available in all over the world, and it is possible also to implement in Africa. Also, custom personalized model library is also available. We have different kinds of application systems to implement in Africa. This is different kinds of technologies. That is somebody. Odi, can you make it silent? Sorry. Are you listening?
Yes, we can hear you. At least
Different
from here.
kinds of technology. By the way, these kinds of technologies have its own patents currently. That's what I implement here in Tianjin. There is different kinds of slicing technology using by CAD or different kinds of softwares. We can use different. By the way, that let me tell you that some examples. When the Toyota company produce car, they will send for us that for Africa that car. If you lost or we lost that some parts of the Toyota company's materials, we can directly order that the Toyota company. But we have a chance to produce and to make that new technology by implementing that different kinds of technologies. So why don't we try that in Africa, different kinds of technologies by using intelligent manufacturing? This is different kinds of technologies by using the intelligent manufacturing softwares. This is what we are called mold manufacturing systems. So we can use 3D printing or multi-flow manufacturing systems. We can produce different kinds of materials for all over the world, including robot arm related issues. This is different kinds of CNC configuration systems to produce materials. By the way, I'm clearly describing the teaching materials, but when I have to go to the real world in the company or in industry, we can implement this directly. This is different kinds of technology also here. Let me see that engineering practice in intelligent production lines. This is the video for engineering practice and intelligent production line factories. Take that one of the factory in your countries. We can simply, by using that robot, mechatronics technology and sensor technology, we can produce that competent in the world competent technologies. By using technology, these kinds of technologies, the technologies are available. Especially here in China, it's available. So we can simply import that technology and we can produce that competent materials and product in Africa. It is possible. But to do that, we must be focused on producing or cultivating well-educated and skilled human capitals from education and training sectors. If we don't have that kind of human capitals, it is not possible to do that activities, especially for intelligent manufacturing systems. Also, this is the CNC machines. There are different kinds of CNC machines, that is 5-axis, 3-axis, different kinds of axis machines to produce that materials. The integrations are looks like. And this is the chicken embargo. This is have patent already. Let's take that here in China, that the chicken embargo hatching, that's the egg is cheap here in China. But when you have to see that in Africa, the price of eggs in some country is not cheap. How can we chicken embargo hatching 3 chickens are? This is by the way, maybe that it will implement one of the African countries soon. This is the process of chicken embargo, pre-hatching, automatic lines, and different related issues. It is very simple, but we can use different kinds of intelligent manufacturing systems and technology as well as softwares. Here, that V types of filtered conveyor line. This is conveyor line is used for different kinds of materials, especially in Africa, that we are using conveyor lines for water factory and cement and related factories, but we can use for different kinds of purpose clearly. Also, we can implement that intelligent manufacturing systems in military intelligent manufacturing unit also. We can use or we can produce different kinds of materials for it. It is used for the military activities. It is possible also to produce such kinds of technologies in military. But military sector also needs well-educated human capitals to implement intelligent manufacturing systems. This is the process and the data configuration systems here in China. That is how we can use that intelligent reconfigurable platforms, it is possible to use also to innovate new technologies for Africa. Also, this is also applicable in different kinds of areas in industry sectors, including construction sectors. We can use that intelligent manufacturing systems technology and softwares. The other one is when we can when we are that innovate or when we are implement such kinds of technologies, we can cross-check that the quality, whether that technology is competent in the world or not. There is different kinds of testing technologies, testing materials. We can implement also that by testing different kinds of, by checking that this is what we have to see, that checking that the standard of the technologies. Also, we can implement also this one in Africa. It is possible in every country to implement. Application of the line measurement and intelligent production lines. This is different kinds of technologies. We can use also the 3D printing. When I have to see that 3D printing, we can produce different kinds of human organs, by the way. Let me see that these organs or the ribs are substituted. Sometimes it will be that accident will happen. We can also innovate that, the new ribs, and it's simply by the medicine or medical doctors will be apply that technologies on the human beings. This is also one of the challenge in the world for the what we are called the disc and related issues in human being. We can clearly innovate. It is possible to produce and innovate or to manufacture different kinds of backbone part of the human beings. This is 3D printing result or product by using 3D printing. When I have to implement 3D printing in the intelligent manufacturing, this looks like this. This is the other, that 3 stages of sensing. This is intelligent robot technologies. How the robots sense and implement every activities clearly. There is 3 stages. That's advanced intelligent robots have, primary intelligent robot, and that industrial robots are available, and it is possible to also implement in the African land for better life of use. Different kinds of intelligent logistic technology. For this reason, that the logistic technology, we can use different kinds of conveyor, robot arms, and related issues by using different kinds of technologies or softwares. The best example for this is the Alibaba's logistic systems. This is the Alibaba logistic systems by using different kinds of technology, including movable robots and related. It is simply we can deliver different kinds of materials for different areas by using intelligent manufacturing systems. This is the best example for these kinds of technology. Online monitoring systems also available. It is possible to also to implement in Africa. Different kinds of online. There is digital twin technology. This digital twin technology, especially simulation and virtual reality. When we have to see that teaching learning institute, especially universities and technical and vocational education sectors, they cannot, the students cannot practically implement everything in their during the study times. They will go to directly without practicing in the real world. During that, they have faced that different kinds of problems. Before they are going to out from the universities, they must be simulate every technology and practice in the university or in training centers clearly, and they will be competent, and they will be that they will apply that technology in the real world. But if they cannot practice continuously in the training and education sector, it is not possible to implement in the real world. Okay, some softwares are available. This is some softwares. Let me hurry. This is my lab in Tianjin robot company. This is different kinds of technologies, implementation, PLC related issues. Let me pass this one. this is the. Let me say something. Professor Paulo Lumumba said that you young Africans must be change Africa. You young Africans must be do something for Africa. Let's do it together. This is some articles that I prepared in international journals, and innovative articles are available. This is invited book chapters. My suggestions or my recommendation is all concerned bodies in Africa must be give attention for organization of African academic doctors, which means that OADD activities, there is a competent, well-skilled human capitals are available in OD. Therefore, African leaders must be use these well-trained manpowers and the strong idea generated from OAD, that's Organization of African Academic Doctors and Family. The other thing is all African countries must be focused and give attention for AI and IoT-based K technologies and industry sectors. The education and training sector must be implemented and give attention for technology imitation, technology improvement, innovate new technology roadmap. For this regard, the best example is Ethiopia. They have that, we have that Ethiopian technology roadmap we have. And give attention for technical and vocational education sector to produce educated, skilled human capital. At least 1% have one skill. He must be go to the industry and implement that skills properly. All African countries must be implement engineering practice innovation project, which means EPIP. This teaching model is available here in China, in all education and training sector, especially in TV sectors. All African countries must integrate Luban workshop training systems with technical and vocational education and training systems. This is essential, and this is my comment. Thank you very much. What can we do for Africa? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I be heard?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much for this wonderful speech. My name is Mr. Saib Muhyiddin, a PhD student from the University of Science and Technology of China, who is taking over from our main moderator. So I would like to thank our speaker for this wonderful presentation. Actually, I'm really moved. I'm really moved. We really have the men who can come in and take over, like Professor Ulumba said, to help Africa move in a better direction from this current status quo. We really believe that if with the work of all our members, we strongly believe we can be able to collaborate. We can be able to work together as a team based on the agenda of OAAD. Based on the agenda of OAAD, we were able to achieve a better result one day. On this note, I would like to find out whether our audience, and then if there are some questions, so that we can, you are at liberty to put across for the speaker to handle it based on the presentation made. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. I think it's more like a technical workshop. My name is Dr. Emmanuel I'm a postdoctoral researcher in Shanghai Tech University. So I'm very, very excited and seeing the work done by our main man, Dr. Handisa. So I want to ask some questions, because it's like these things, this technology seems to be very the way I can see some of the picture. It's quite that you actually understand some of this technique, and you really understand the technical behind the operation of this robotics and stuffs. So I want to ask, how can we implement this, especially in the area of applying it to agricultural process, in order to process our agricultural products in Africa? Because we have a lot of, like you say, we have a lot of resources, but the processing is the issue. So how can we apply this technology, especially to the agricultural sector and to the refining sector, in terms of refining our natural resources? Because one of the challenges we also have is that we have a great issue with processing, refining of the natural resources that is in Africa. We take some of those resources outside, we bring them back in a refined form, whereby our people are not having jobs to do. So if we can employ this technology, is it possible? Is it, like you have said, it looks so very easy. Is it possible for us to adapt some of these things in some of our challenges that we face? And that's one of my questions. And also another thing that comes to my mind when you were talking is about because some of this technology, we normally import some of this equipment. We get some of this equipment back to our country, and I want to think that it's better when we get some of this equipment, we can look for a way to reproduce this equipment. So, for example, if we get a kind of a robot, we can see how our engineers and technicians back in Africa can see how they can carbon copy this thing and produce exactly. If we cannot even improve it, but how can we reproduce this thing? Because these are the things that some of these our hosts are doing. It's what they produce it. Some of them, they don't even understand some of those, but they can reproduce it. So I believe that if we can have such technology, we can get some of this equipment and reproduce it. Maybe that will also help us in times of development. Because I know we have people that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you
so
much.
much. All of time. Thank you.
Yes. Before the question is answered, let me also seize the opportunity to put across, somebody want to know from the speaker that first of all, the person thank you for the insightful presentation, and then the person wants to know what is the key factor preluding the adoption of intelligent manufacturing in Africa, and how best do you think, in your opinion, how best do you think this issue can be resolved in Africa? Thank you. I don't know whether you got the question right. Hello, sir.
Finished?
Yes. I don't know whether you got the second question right.
Yeah, that's the second question is, what's the key factor? Yeah.
The second question is, in your opinion, what is the key factor preluding the adoption of intelligent manufacturing in Africa, and how best do you think this issue can be resolved?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Is there any additional question?
Please, if there are other additional questions, the floor is open. We don't have time. We can allow the speaker to do justice to the two questions.
Okay, the first question is, thank you very much. That's for all of the question raisers. The first one, how can we improve or implement the technologies in agriculture sector and health related sectors? As we know that every agricultural products will be exported from homeland to outside. Then they will process in outside and they will back to the homeland. And we will buy that products by double payment. Let's take that coffee. This is a simple sample of my country examples. We can export coffee without any processing. When the countries process, let me tell you example here that 1 kilo of bunna or coffee in China around 800 RMB. If the process is implemented there, and if that coffee is processed in Ethiopia, it will be bring the materials. Sorry, yes. Sorry, there is a meeting. Okay. We can process our products in our country, then we can export the processed product simply. If we cannot process that product in our country by using different kinds of technologies, by implementing that, by adding value, it's simply just we send or we can export the raw materials. To implement intelligent manufacturing systems in our homeland, first, we must bring the technologies from different countries, especially there is different kinds of technologies are available in China. The government must be focused on that technology, bring to homeland and giving short-term training for engineers, different kinds of students in China, I mean in homeland, then that people can produce the materials in homeland. At the same time, they will be copied that the processing systems. And the other one is that possible adopted the technology? Yes, it is possible. You can adopt technology, improve that technology, innovate new technologies by using intelligent manufacturing systems and by implementing EPIP, engineering, practice, innovation projects. It is must. Luban workshop training is must for Africa. There is different kinds of, by the way, currently that leading by President Xi Jinping, there is 12 centers are available in Africa to produce competent, well-educated human capital for African industry sectors. So we must use, all African countries must use and implement EPIP teaching model plus Luban workshop training systems. As well as the same is true for health centers and health care. We have different kinds of intelligent manufacturing products to implement and to produce. By the way, that here that ambassador is available here, we must implement the system, teaching learning system, and we can modernize the education and training sector, especially TVET sectors, technical and vocational education. If we modernize and we make available different kinds of technologies by importing from China to there, the student must be practiced there by basic principle of EPIP teaching model and by principle of Luban workshop training systems. They can simply adopt different kinds of technologies. Then they will implement in agriculture, they will implement by health and different kinds of priority industry sectors. The key factors, the second question my brother raised, the key factor is our education and training systems is not followed by, or it's not fulfilled that different kinds of technology and materials. Let's take that student. The student will learn, especially engineering student will learn theoretically very well, but they will not practice in the university. They will start practice after graduation. Why? First of all, they must be practice and know every technologies inside of the university before graduation. They must know everything. How to manipulate, how to operate, how to maintain and related issues. That kinds of education system not applicable in some African countries. some are applying right now, which is fine, but it is not fully implemented. So we can focus our education training sector, especially I'm focusing that in vocational education, because that's why I'm continuously raising that vocational education systems. Technically, in vocational education systems, the training system is 70, in some countries, 70, 75, 25, in some countries, 70, 30, and related. That 70% is practice. They will practice on hand. They will practice just with technology. After graduation, when they are going to the different industries, they will implement immediately. That's why I'm raising that continuously, that vocational education. The other thing is capacity building. Also, the capacity building, we have two options. The first one is the graduate students who already get their certificate or their degrees. These peoples must get continual training to know every technology, especially engineers. Engineers do not have theoretical aspects. When we bring them to the practical, it is so difficult for them also. Even if they don't know how to operate that different kinds of technologies. So it must be give that short-term training to improve the human capacity of our continent skills, to make the modernization for African basic and priority industry sectors. First of all, let we identify that which priority sector is essential for which countries, what kinds of products are available in which countries. Then after, based on that need analysis, we can give that training. By the way, OAD is not only that the platform. Maybe that OD will tell that different kinds of, we have that different kinds of perceptions. No problem, we don't have a problem. We will give that training. Everybody here that in OD family, everybody have that at least one well-known skill. No problem. But the challenge is how can we integrate our platform with government? How can we transfer our technology? Our edge is limited. So it is better to capacitate that the education and training sector, and it is better to fulfill that different kinds of technology in education training sector, especially TVET sector, vocational education sector, is essential for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Handiso. Yes, we are very grateful for this insightful answers you have given us. Africa needs to wake up, like you have said, so that we can meet great demands. Like some of our scholars want you to leave your, drop your email or link it in so that they can follow up for further discussions after this. If that wouldn't be, someone is raising his hand. We still have other people to do presentation. However, I think someone's hand is up. Please kindly come in, be very brief and concise so that we can move to the next speaker. Yes, you can.
Oh,
you are. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My name is Yusuf. I'm from Sujo. I study at Sujo University. So I want to ask if one wants to read some of the works of Dr. Selamu. I mean, if one wants to follow what he's reading, and probably if one wants to know some of his publication, how does one get that? Thank you.
Okay, I think you have been heard. Doctor, somebody wants to get your publications and to follow up on other things. How can the person get acquaintance?
It's for me?
Yes. The
No
person,
problem.
yeah.
I will share for the platform and the WeChat platform.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay.
No
Thank you very much. I think the person would also follow that and get the information.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
It's
sir.
not in that.
Please, can I ask you a quick question, please?
Yes, you can come in. You can come
Okay,
in,
please,
doctor.
please, very quick. Thank you so much, Doctor. My question is this, regarding funding this investment aspect. So I want to ask that this kind of project that you're talking about in Africa, the investment, is it government-based or it can be individual-based?
Thank you. By the way, that individually, the only things individual can transfer his knowledge and skill. He will not fulfill all materials. He will not fulfill that every teaching learning materials. This is the government activity. Everybody here, he will, or everyone can show the direction of the best education and training sectors, the best way of cultivating the skilled human capitals. Sometimes, let's take that in Project 2020, there is Project 2020 University, led by the Minister of Education in China. Also the Luban Workshop Training Systems, led by President Xi Jinping. There is a fund already that is available in Africa. In 11 cities, in the country, in 12 centers. 2 are found in Egypt. The other one is one, including Ethiopia. That centers have competent and just like the same like that Chinese engineering center or education center technologies are available on that centers. For East Africa, there is in Djibouti and in Ethiopia. For North Africa, there is 2 centers in Egypt, also in Morocco and Madagascar, in different areas. That trainings are essential for the manufacturing and industry sectors. The question is how the other African country must be cooperate and integrate with that institute or with that centers to produce. There is they will ask that scholarship and related issues. I don't know, but the main goal is just integrating with that centers. That center will give the training based on EPIP, the engineering practice innovation teaching model. Also, when I have to come China, also that some countries, some universities will give that training. So it is better to think about that. This is the government activity. OD or the OD members have the power to transfer his skill or our skill. Thank you.